loungers. I hope everybody is doing as great as I am today. Listen, guys, I did cleanse myself like completely from all of that I was feeling this morning. I really do appreciate everybody that reached out. The cash apps that I received, I appreciate that. I appreciate all the love and the kindness that came out this morning. Truly appreciate that. There's always going to be a demon that's going to have something to say, and that's just unfortunate. That's just kind of the laws of life, right? Just kind of how things are. There's always good and there's evil as well. And it just is what it is, right? But, hey, you don't let things keep you down. You don't let things make you down, You just get up and you just keep it moving. And you just find a way to get past things. So I do appreciate everybody for all the love and all the support. You guys truly are an army, and I really, really appreciate all of you. So shout out to all of y'all, everybody that's in the clouds, everybody that will catch the replay. I also appreciate you guys as well. My voice is kind of like scratchy tonight, so I do have a lot of water with me, guys. And I am smoking, but I'm trying to keep that a little bit limited because my voice is a little bit scratchy, but just from being a little bit emotional earlier. But either way, it is what it is. But nobody really understands the power of a mother, right? And understands, the energy that we hold, right? And sometimes it's just so bottled up, and we don't really talk about it until, it just comes out naturally that way. Nobody would understand that unless you're actually a mother, right? So, I appreciate the men who aren't jumping in this, you know what I mean? And trying to find and take sides and say stuff and do this and do that. I appreciate that from you guys. And you guys really, giving us Black women a space to be able to be who we are, right? And, we don't have to feel unappreciated, or we don't have to feel, afraid, or we don't have to feel unprotected. You know what I'm saying? Yes, a mother's love runs deep. It does. It's unexplainable, So shout out to those who really understand that. And, I want to say this too. I think Reggie understands that too, right? He has a wife who has children. And, I'm sure he was there for the births of his children, right? And watched how she gave birth to them, you know. And sometimes those words that, that a mother feels is just unexplainable. It's not something you can really say in words, right? But those of you who have been in the same situation, they can understand. Like, they get it. You know what I'm saying? And I think he gets that too. I just think that they're wailing and trying to find a way to make this some kind of YouTube battle. You know what I'm saying? Between me and Breakin' and them and us versus them. And his mental illness, untreated mental illness, clearly is not allowing him to see how serious that is, right? So it is what it is, But hey, either way, we're moving on from that. Tonight we're going to have fun, okay? If Breakin' goes live, I got my other device waiting, okay? We're waiting. But apparently she has moved it. I think she moved the date to 4 days from now. Okay. So on June 26th, guys, it looks like she will be live. Breakin' will be live, which will be on Monday. Okay. Which is probably great because that'll be in time for me to actually drop another video on the Vixen Chronicles. So that might be great. So we can go ahead and, get the Vixen Chronicles out the way, part 4. And then we can go from there and, go ahead and do a live reaction to Breakin' for this. That's a yikes, for allegedly what's supposed to happen to me, for my legal woes that I'm supposed to be, dealing with. So either way, y'all, we're going to go ahead and do that. Okay. We'll be checking out Breakin' around June 26th at 9 p.m. Because y'all know how she does. She just kind of pushes things out and makes us wait. Okay. Us little nigglets, we need to wait. Okay. So that's what we're going to do. Okay. So either way, we'll be waiting, Breakin'. And yeah, that's just what she be doing. Because she know damn well Danny is never going to go live with her and do any of this bullshit, okay? But Peace Muslim, I appreciate you for being in the building. Miss Murphy, I appreciate you as well. You said, Miss T. Pre, God bless you, sis, and your loved ones. Thank you. I appreciate that. You said, hey, Miss T. Pre and mods and chat. You said, let's get it. All right, Steph, I appreciate you being in the building, sis. Nonconformist, you said, glad you're feeling better. Thank you. I appreciate that. You said, hey, beautiful, appreciate you. You said a mother's love definitely does run deep for sure. And Teresa, I appreciate you being in the building. What's up, bestie? I appreciate you. You said peace, T Pre in chat. Redbone, I appreciate you as well. You said T Pre in chat. You said told y'all. Okay, child. You said she's trolling. Trust me, she will never go live from her channel. Okay, she is not going to go live, honey. She too embarrassed. And we about to drop more tea on that bitch in a couple more days. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and slow cook. I appreciate Ray and how he's slow cooking them AFWs, and I'm just slow cooking this bitch too. Like it don't even matter, you know. We're gonna make it much lighter. Like I said, I'm not gonna keep going in on the whole situation with the kids, but y'all understand what happened now. Like you get it, right? So you know we're not gonna keep beating that dead horse. But I'm definitely going to keep spilling this bitch's tea because there's just way too much. You know, I'm just not done yet. That's just what it is. You said, hey, Clark, I appreciate you being in the building. You said, Clark, for what? And then you said, what's good, T Pre? Hey, Germ on the board. I appreciate you being in the building. Shout out to you. You said, God Almighty says in the Quran, be kind to your mother, be kind to your mother, be kind to your mother, then be kind to your father. Exactly. Mother Earth. Definitely be kind to Mother Earth. He said, thank you, Ray Triggs. My phone shutting down. Sorry about that. Okay. You said she'll do it when she feels like it, damn it. She don't answer to us, damn it, right? You said, Clark, no problem. We all do it. We all do it, right? You said, Miss Murphy, I accidentally deleted your comment. Sorry. My phone was shutting down. Many apologies. Oh, okay. No worries. Okay, guys, so let's go ahead and get into the show. I got a couple of things I wanted to talk about. I definitely wanted to talk about Trig's show. Okay, honey, I got a little thing. This is what took me so long. I had to make this real quick. Child, listen, Triggs that came through with the goddamn receipts. We actually got receipts today, y'all. Can you believe we out here really listen, niggas need to get on the right side of history out here, okay? I'm not sure what's going on over there in AFW camp, okay? But they not handing out no type of real receipts for nobody, okay? Everybody is chickening out of showing receipts. They filibustering, they jumping up and down, they arguing over how many people are watching your show. It's just so much stuff going on over there except for actual receipts, right? So we got us some actual receipts tonight. Shout out to the Triggs TV and shout out to me because I've been damn sure dropping the fucking tea too, okay? But honey, listen, we're going to go ahead and get into that receipt show and everything that's going on with that, okay? Most definitely, there was a lot going on with that. And then also there was something else I wanted to talk about tonight, okay? Which I kind of wish Breaking was going live, right? Because if she did, we were definitely going to break down this hot wife versus cuckold thing. Because shout out to Eyes Antonia, right? She has a couple of new clips, you know, that she done got in the chamber, okay, that she done released. And Breaking is actually talking about, you know, and how actually I think it was Danny in the background, right? Actually correcting me on me calling him a cuckold. And he said, no, you're a hot wife. Okay. So, and she was like, yeah, I'm a hot wife. Right. But then like now she's in her bag because we're calling him a cuckold. We're calling her a hot wife. She feeling some type of way. So what we're going to do, right? We're just going to break down both of the meanings, okay? We're going to figure out which one both of them are, okay? And we're going to figure it out, you know what I'm saying? And then we'll figure out together, you know, today, which one of these is who, okay? Is Danny a cuckold? is breaking. What's going on here? We're going to figure this out, guys, together as a sector. Okay, we're going to take a couple of trips and figure out a couple of things and listen in on some conversations and stuff. And we're going to figure this shit out, okay? And then we're also going to look up some meanings of this stuff, okay? Because apparently the Urban Dictionary actually has meanings on this shit, okay? So we're going to go ahead and look into all of this shit tonight. Peace of Alan. I appreciate you being in the building. Shout out to you. You said, y'all have a good night. I appreciate you, Teresa, for coming in tonight. You said, Muslim, yes, talk to my mom every day. Mm-hmm. You said, damn, my opinion. You said Ray. You said Redbone Facts. Hold on, let me get up here to the top here. You said the sound of your voice was from a mother's love. Only a real mother can relate. That's facts. That is 100% truth and facts. No men could really even understand that. They can understand their mom's love, right? They can get the love that their wife may have, or, maybe they don't though. Maybe some men really just don't and can admit that. I appreciate that as well. But yeah, that's where that came from. It came from my core. And that's something that bitch don't have, clearly. She's sitting here denying that those kids even exist. It's disgusting. But anyway, let's go ahead and get into this, because, guys, I want to keep it light banter tonight. I really don't want to be all sad and upset and everything and be all in my feelings. I honestly do want to keep it very light banter tonight, okay? You said, Alan, no need to address me. We don't like each other. However, I goes, okay. All right. So anyway, we're going to keep it very light tonight, okay? And we're going to laugh and we're going to have fun, and we're not going to do all the arguing and all that dumb shit. Because, fuck her. So anyway, y'all, let's go ahead and get into this. Which one y'all want to do first? So now, I know y'all see the poll in the chat too, right? For those of y'all that don't, let me go ahead and make sure it's still there, because I put a poll in the chat for y'all, and I wanted y'all to vote on this, right? Of whether Danny is a cuckold or whether Breakin is a hot wife, right? Hold on 1 second. Hold on. Okay, so you guys should see in the chat the poll. So, and I have it up there where I have like, okay, so Danny is a cuckold, Breakin is a hot wife, and both of them are weirdos. Okay, so far right now, 71% of you believe that both of them are weirdos. Okay, and 26% believe that Danny is in fact a cuckold, and 3% believe that Breakin is a hot wife. Okay, now, is it that you guys believe that? What do you think hot wife means, right? Like, do you guys think hot wife means like a hot wife, like she's hot, like she fine, like she pretty, she gorgeous, so she hot wife? Is that what y'all think a hot wife is? Or, and so y'all don't believe she's actually a hot wife? Like, is that what it is? We need to break down this poll, okay? Because we're going to figure that out by the end of the show, okay? Well, I'm going to let y'all go ahead and rock out with the poll for now. But in the meantime, let's go ahead and get into Ray's show. We're going to go ahead and start with that, and then we'll start talking about everything else. Yes, a hot hoe, right? No problem. You said, yes, honey, definitely a damn hot hoe, right? All right, y'all. So let's go ahead and get into some of these goddamn receipts out here, okay? So, first of all, shout out to Triggs for putting the show together. That was really funny. I thought the beginning was fucking hilarious, okay? I'm not going to hold you. I thought that shit was fucking hilarious. And y'all know I'll just laugh if something is funny. If somebody gets offended when you laugh in the chat, oh well, right? But anyway, Shakim is my brother. I love my bro. But that fucking, man, you a bitch. That shit was hilarious. When that little boy kept saying, man, you was a bitch. I got to see if I can find that shit. Ray, don't take that shit down yet. Because I want to find that shit. I got to play that shit for y'all. Yo, that shit was super fucking funny. I got to play that shit. Okay. I know it's like a little timer in the beginning, right? So let me see if I can find it real quick.
I think that's what it says. Alive the same time.
No, hold on. Let me go back.
Here we go. We got block your ops. That's one of the little.
No, it was back. It was back a
things
little
over
bit.
Here. And totally forget shit.
I don't know why I'm so far up.
Now, just in case, and dependent, because I'm.
Hold on 1 second, y'all. I know I don't have to play this whole thing, but it's just the part where he was saying, "You's a bitch." Yo, you didn't have to do that. You really didn't have to do that. You going on punishment for that shit. Oh man. Shout out to Ray, yo. One of the best intro makers in the fucking world. Somebody put a link to Trig's TV in the chat, please. It's at the 50-minute mark. It's all the way that far in? No, this is when that's when I cussed P out. That wasn't what I'm talking about. I'm talking about when this part, when he was talking about Shaquem. But it was like it was like a little boy in the video, and the boy was saying,
Trig's TV.
"You's a bitch."
So $5 you cash out Scarlett or you cash out.
So you made me go back past this. Oh, right, so it's about to come up in a second, I think. Damn it, I went past it. Never mind. I ain't going to keep playing that. I'll go over there and go watch that shit. Anyway, Triggs definitely had this part on there where he was telling Shaquem that he's a bitch. Right? It was this little boy that was saying it. He said it like 2 or 3 times. That shit was fucking hilarious. But shout out to Ray for that shit, because that shit was too funny. Now, he did bring up the pistol packing P and T pre argument. Okay, so I guess I got to address that. Okay, so I will go ahead and play that. Let me go ahead to the 50-minute mark. Shout out to you for that, RNT. Because I really did give P the business. And I'm going to tell you why. Because I be sick of these niggas. Some of these niggas think that they're going to talk to us any way that they want to as females. And all I was saying is what you're saying about Muslim isn't true. Okay? You were saying, and this is what P has been saying. He's been saying and going around from place to place saying this, that Muslim was paying content creators in order for him to be able to say the word nigger. And I was like, that's not true. That he didn't do that. Yes, he did. Yes, he did. I know he did. I was there. I was there when he did it. And I'm like, what content creators would allow you to pay them for anybody to be able to use that word on their platform? You know what I'm saying? But he kept saying that this is what Muslim was doing. He had the story mixed up. When he then, so what it was Muslim had been on multiple panels, right? There was a couple of different times where there were people that had talked to Muslim about that situation. This shit happened like 3 years ago. So nobody really remembers the full context of the story, but we all do remember him being out there and saying and agreeing that if he was to fuck up and slip up, and use the word again, he would have to pay for that. He would have to actually pay a fee. And that was agreed upon. And that's just where that's been. But it's been like 3 fucking years. It's been a long time since that happened. Nobody is on that anymore. And they just want to keep staying on that because they want it to be like they want the heat to be off of Stargate, you know what I'm saying? And now breaking, because now we done heard her say the N-word too, right? So, they just want the heat to be off of them. But I don't even understand why. And that's what I was trying to say to P. Like, Why are we even having this argument to begin with? It doesn't matter why we didn't say, even if we, what are you talking about? What we did say something to him. So that's a dead argument. You know what I'm saying? But the bottom line is, why are we arguing that at all? This bitch is wrong, period. You know what I'm saying? And that's just what it is. And he didn't want to stand on that. And that's why, and then he wanted to get smart and talk shit. Well, he had the right bitch. Y'all already know you got the right one that, you know, when you coming from me. So we're going to go ahead and play what I said to P. Shout out to Propane because it was on his show.
Off of what Stargate did. Now let's talk about Muslim once again. It's been talked about, my nigga.
Word it has.
Get out of the year 2020.
Facts.
Move the fuck on. That's what's wrong with a lot of y'all motherfuckers. That's why I take these lives down. That's why I let this shit go. When it's over, it's over. A lot of y'all motherfuckers need to learn that shit. Your lives will be a whole lot better. You would enjoy it a whole lot better if you learn to let go.
Facts.
That's what the problem is with these AFW motherfuckers. They still mad at shit that happened 3, 4, 5, 6 years ago. Stargate still mad at women from 3, 4 years ago. Learn to let go. You will enjoy YouTube a lot better. You will enjoy your life a lot better. But then when you got old motherfuckers that want to be relevant like Pete getting up on a panel, well, what about Muslim? Y'all ain't have this energy for Muslim? And T-Pre and others will say, yes, it was a lot of people that disagreed with Muslim.
Hey, West Bank, what's
Muslim.
up? I ain't seen you in a long time. What's happening?
We're not going to keep talking about this shit from 3 years ago, though. I don't have a problem with this Muslim going around saying that shit, nigga, like she did. No. What the fuck? I don't get it. I was so confused by that. And then to see certain people in the chat room agreeing with this shit, I'm like, y'all are some hard-headed motherfuckers. That's why y'all can't let go of shit. That's why y'all don't forgive anything. Y'all don't forgive shit. Y'all don't know how to let go. Y'all want to hang on to that hurt. Y'all want to hang on to that pain and misery and shit. It's crazy to me. I couldn't believe that the narrative about Muslim is being brought up 3 years later.
Just to protect the bitch calling us niggas.
Nothing is being said about what this motherfucker did on Colfam's channel 2 weeks ago. But this old motherfucker want to have a platform to start screaming and hollering and deflect about Muslim. Hold on, I thought I saw a new name. Who was that? The Sect, appreciate you. Appreciate you for being in the building. Playing victim gotta be up there too. Yeah. Yep. JP Quality. Why do y'all care at all? None of you really know each other, and y'all won't change any of these random people. Yeah, I totally agree with that too, Jake. I'ma appreciate you, Alma, for being here. I'm cool with P, but everyone gave Muslim heat for that. There were several panel discussions with him on the panel on why he was wrong. He then apologized and hasn't said it since. Exactly. Facts. That's why I'm cool with Muslim. Like, we all make mistakes. I just made a fucking mistake. We all make fucking mistakes. You want to hold that shit against somebody for the rest of their goddamn life?
Salute.
3 years ago, P? Pussy packing P? That's your argument when you jump on a panel? Something that happened 3 years ago?
Yes, for sure.
It's content for some, I guess. Yeah, it's content. It's a narrative. It's the deflection. That's what it is.
You're the only one that remembers. You just said, how you gonna say, oh, I remember that now, when you just want a 10-minute rant about, I basically made the whole shit up, T-Pre?
Okay, so do you want to argue or do you want to work this out?
I don't want to.
Now, y'all seeing how calm I was talking to this man, right? I was trying to I was trying to use my my breathing techniques and my I'm in my safe space. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to be, collected with him. I wasn't trying to be, disrespectful. He is one of my elders. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to send him to the nursing home. I don't want to send him from the nursing home to the hospital. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to do that. So, I'm trying to be respectful. But y'all know poking the bear doesn't work over here, right? Y'all do know that. We've all learned this here in the sector, right? So let's go ahead.
I want to establish that point first. We're not going to get...
I just did. I literally apologized to you. You didn't hear me?
So...
No, I mean, P, you're talking and you're not hearing me.
No.
Okay, no problem. Go ahead, keep going.
This is the problem, T-Pre. You ain't listening to begin with, because you jump here talking, but your facts be fucking. You be stating shit as facts, but they're not.
Facts, man.
Then you come back like, well, you're right. Well, no, we're not gonna get past that because you painted a whole fucking narrative about what I just said. That if I didn't come back up, it would just been like, I was just on some. Although the chat was disagreeing with you the whole time you was up here. You know what I'm saying?
I was looking at the chat. I didn't see that, but go ahead.
Anyway. So what's your point, T. Pre? Tell me what your point is.
You didn't hear the point because you do you want to argue, P? Because I don't want to argue with you.
I don't want to argue.
Okay, then let's talk.
Just state your point.
Okay, are you going to hear me this time? Because I said it already, and you're yelling at me.
Pre, do me a favor. When I stop talking, just say what you're gonna say.
See, this is where he fucked up.
Good,
Okay.
if you allow me to. But I want you to hear me this time. I'm not going to waste my time.
Man, I tell you, that criminology background is amazing out of this bus driver. This motherfucker don't know how to have a conversation with anybody. Anybody. Every time he gets on the panel, it's the same old shit. And then he wants to act like he's the smartest motherfucker in the room when he speaks and you hear the words come out this motherfucker's mouth.
I don't want to argue, right?
Dumbass bus driver. That's what I get.
Meanwhile, he arguing, and I'm trying to tell him I don't want to argue. But apparently he wanted to argue. So, okay.
Can't get his fucking words together.
Wait for it.
You're talking again.
Wait, when I stop talking, just
see, this is where he fucked up at.
Don't give me no fucking diatribe. Just say what you gonna fucking say.
Wow.
That's where he fucked up.
Now, I am not going to waste my time repeating myself to you if you're not going to listen. Did you hear that?
Did you hear what I said?
Did you hear what I said?
I don't want to hear about no build-up.
I don't care what you want to hear about. You're going to hear what I say the way I say it, whether you like it or not.
Well, no, I don't. I don't have to fucking listen to you.
Now we're here.
So just say what you're going to fucking say.
You ready?
That shit with everybody.
You're still talking.
And when I stop talking like everybody else, you don't say shit. So I'm going to stop talking. Now say what you're going to say.
Sounded like a whole geriatric
your energy
geritol
is so
taking
wonderful every time you get on these panels. I
dust
love
bucket.
your energy, Pete.
Pussy ass.
Now, what I first said, I don't recall, is what I said, that Muslim had said that he was going to pay people in order to say.
Now, mind you, I'm talking really slow because I know this dusty ass is drunk at 8 o'clock in the morning. Okay, now let's go ahead and keep it moving.
The word nigga. That is what I said. I said, I don't remember hearing that from Muslim at all. When you came back up and clarified that Muslim was on a panel with Darrell, with TC, with yourself, I was on that panel as well, and there were other people that was there, including Propane and some others. I do recall the conversation where Muslim said that if I say the word and slip up and say the word, yes, I will have to pay you guys a fee for saying it. Not I'm going to pay you in order to be able to use the word. That is what you said, P. And that is not what I recall. Now, I do recall what you just said just now when you came back on the panel and was telling me I was lying.
Okay. Well, let's get
now
by
you heard me?
He gonna say
and get to the crux.
He gonna say let's skip by that. What, nigga? No, we're not skipping by that. What you talking about?
Let's
right?
get by that.
That was a lie. Period.
Well, you did lie, T-Pre.
You just don't know how to hold your liquor early in the morning. You gonna come talk to me any old kind of way, and I'm gonna come to you with the same motherfucking energy. Homie, you just don't like it.
You did lie.
You just don't like it, and that's not my motherfucking problem. Okay.
And you lied.
Yeah,
and
This stuttering ass bitch.
No, I'm lying on pistol back and pussy P.
You want to put your ass up here, T-Pre? Not me.
And I just showed you what I meant.
Okay.
You couldn't argue what I just said.
Because I'm not trying to argue with you.
Exactly, because you're wrong. Because you're wrong. That's why. No, it's because you're wrong. That's why. No, it's because you're wrong. That's why. No, ain't no T-Free. It's because you're wrong.
I'm not with these motherfuckers.
Yeah, I don't give a fuck about any of that shit you talking about, P. I don't give a fuck about that shit you talking about. I don't give a fuck about that shit you talk about, homie. None of that shit matters to me, homie. None of that shit matters to me.
You went back in the chat. You see, everybody disagree with you. So you
I don't give a fuck about any of the shit you talk about, P.
That's why you always apologize. That's why you always say you everybody. That's what you fucking do. You always jump in here with your big ass fucking mouth and you talk shit and you don't know what the fuck you talking about. You sat up here and straight said, I lied. You said, I
did. I just proved you did. You're mad because I just proved you lied. Yes, you did. You did. You lied.
Some fly shit.
You lied. You lied on Muslim. Did you or did you not just lie on Muslim?
No, I didn't lie on Muslim.
You just said that Muslim. You just said that Muslim went around the sector. You just said that Muslim went around the sector and said that he wants to pay people in order to say the word nigga. Did you or did you not say that?
That's what it amounts to.
The sector is going to tell you that
he says that's what it amounts to. That is not what that amounts to, sir. No, that is not the same. You tried to paint that narrative and you were fucking lying, pussy, coon. Now let's go ahead and continue. Because you guys are going to understand why I'm calling him a fucking coon. I should have made him a fucking picture to show y'all. Because I told him I was going to make a thumbnail with him with a coon crown. Let's go ahead and keep going. Coon ass pussy.
Panel to panel saying that same shit. And that's that is a lie, P. You can yell all motherfucking day. At the end of the day, it doesn't matter that you can't handle your liquor at 8:30 in the morning. But the bottom line is, you lied on Muslim. That's what happened. And I corrected you, and you're mad.
Bottom line.
I corrected you, and you're mad.
No, I corrected you.
Yeah, I corrected you, and you're mad. You lied on Muslim, and I told the truth.
You said
you're mad because you lied on Muslim, and I told the truth. And you got told about yourself. That's what you're mad about.
Wait a minute, how did I lie?
You lied on Muslim, period.
I didn't lie on Muslim.
You lied on Muslim and said that Muslim said, hey, you said that Muslim is going around the sector and that he pays people. He paid people. You said he paid people to say. That is what you said. That is the narrative that you painted.
And
you lied. You lied. You're mad that you got caught in your lie.
No.
You lied on that man. You lied on that man, bro. And I corrected your lie.
What the fuck I said?
And then when you came back and you corrected what you said, then I can agree with what you said. That's what happened, P.
I'm saying what the fuck I said.
Nigga got a hold of you early in the morning and you were talking shit and you didn't know what you were talking about.
I'm not flipping.
And your bitch ass got corrected. Pussy. Now you mad.
How the fuck am I?
Now you mad because you pussy. And you a lying ass pussy at that.
Am I lying?
I'm calling you one and I don't give a fuck what you gotta say, nigga. And I don't need no niggas to tell you about it. I'll tell you. I'll be the nigga for you. Pussy. Ain't no fucking pre. You wanted to talk shit. Now you got a bitch talking shit. Now you got a bitch in your ass. Yeah, nigga. You're a fucking liar, and I proved you as one. You lied on Muslim.
I didn't lie.
You fucking lied. Did you or did you not say that man has been around the sector?
Yes, I did.
Exactly. That's why you got cussed the fuck out.
I'm still saying
a fucking lie.
I'm still saying it.
You're lying.
But I'm still saying it.
I don't give a fuck. You're lying.
Fuck what you say. I'm still saying, okay, so
yeah, you're lying.
So I'm still
You're
saying.
a liar.
So what? So
okay, so everybody knows.
Wait, I had to cut it. So.
He said
So. It sounds like he about to tear up and cry right now again. Is this about? Let me listen harder, because maybe this was the third time this motherfucker that got on a panel crying.
Yo, that was hilarious.
He
man.
can't be trusted, and P is a fucking lie. Period.
bitch,
Bitch, all that bitch, your mom's a bitch, and you're a fucking liar. Pussy ass T. Yeah, pussy.
Hey, I'll be a liar, but I'm still
pussy ass bitch ass nigga. Yeah.
Lion
ass bitch ass pussy ass coon ass nigga. You pussy.
Get it out, but I'm not flipping.
You pussy.
Okay, I can be all that, bitch, but I'm not flipping.
You the pussy today. I'm going to decide who called you pussy.
I'm saying.
Pussy.
You don't want flip. I can be all that.
I'm sure motherfucking did when you talk shit, nigga. Yeah, you got the energy that you asked for, homie.
I'm standing on what I'm saying, though.
And like I said, I don't need to go get no nigga. I'm that nigga for you.
You don't want mad because you flipped.
No, you're mad because you got shown to be a liar.
I can be all that.
You're a liar, P. You lied on Muslim.
Okay, but I'm standing on it.
That called you a nigga.
You slipped though.
You want to cool for a bitch that called you a nigger. You're comfortable with that. To the point that you jumping out the window. You find a fake fucking story.
Hey, Six, for very perspective. Appreciate you for being here, man.
Y'all was savage in the chat.
So what? Okay,
you find a fake story to cool for a bitch that'll call you a nigger.
She didn't call me a nigger. She called you one.
Y'all hear that shit?
It wasn't you, right?
Let's stop real quick on that. He actually said she didn't call me a nigger. This is a black man, y'all, right? Saying, I know he's, not ADOS or whatever, but it don't matter. It doesn't even matter about that. He's a black man. And he actually says that she didn't call him a nigger. So does that speak to our condition, like I was saying the other day, right? In regards to us all not being on that one accord. Like, is there just this not a sense of we're all one, or we're all on, we're all the same. We're all black, right? Regardless of whether your mother is from wherever he said his mom is from, Panama or some bullshit he said. I don't know what he said, but he says something like that, right? But he made that clear, but also made it clear that his father is a black man or some shit like that. Either way, right? I'm wondering why it's so easy for him to say that, right? Like, that wasn't just the liquor talking. You know what I'm saying? That was how he really feels. You know what I'm saying? Like, she didn't call me a nigger. Like, y'all are niggers, but I'm not one. She didn't call me one. That didn't even bother him that this woman is even using that word, right? He didn't even bat an eye to it at all. And even is willing to jump out the window and argue down some stupid ass point and then add stuff to the story as if what he's saying is true, and it's not. All of this to defend somebody calling people in this sector niggers. He's okay with it, comfortable with it, happy with it. And how dare we speak on it? Like, do y'all hear this nigga talking? Like, do y'all hear this? Or is it just me? I'm just saying, what I'm hearing is cooning. And this is why I cussed him the fuck out like I did. And I called him a fucking coon. And I mean that shit. You wear that coon crown, homie. Because this is cooning at his finest. Let's keep listening. Because these motherfuckers be talking stupid on that fucking yak early in the motherfucking morning.
So
you a coon.
Now,
you're a fucking coon. That's why. You're comfortable with a bitch calling you anybody a nigger because you're a fucking coon. That's why.
I'll be that. I'll be that.
Yeah, you gonna learn and you gonna wear that fucking crown, pussy.
T-Queen, you can't get nobody a crown. You know what you are. You was an
I
old
just
biker.
gave you the coon crown, bitch.
You an old biker, bitch. You can't give nobody
I
no
don't give a
fucking
fuck, nigga. No, me and my bike.
Wait a minute, I gotta remember that. The coon crown. I just gave you the coon crown, bitch.
Bikers will be up there in Cleveland, my guy. You fucking know that. You already know that, nigga.
Come on, bitch.
Fuck out of here. You know that nigga, though. How about that?
James.
What's the ass?
I always tell somebody meet him on Broad and James. Pissy gonna call the police as soon as I pull up.
What the fuck you are? Pussy. Pussy. You gonna wear that motherfucking crown today, pussy.
Me,
Fucking cool ass nigga.
Exactly.
You arguing over some biker bitch, all this shit, but this biker bitch will put one in you, though. How about that, pussy?
Okay.
How about that, pussy? Why you calling niggas to James Street and all that shit, bitch?
Hey, Daddy Brown, appreciate you for being here. We almost done, y'all. We almost done.
It's almost done. It is.
You not that nigga, though. You not that nigga, though. You not coming out there, old man.
Come
Shut
see
the
me
fuck
there.
up. Put the call on and shut the fuck up. Pussy. You fucking pussy.
Columbus, had them pull
Bitch
up.
ass, coon ass, pussy ass nigga. You're not gonna
Yeah,
do shit
me too.
if I did.
Talk about that.
You're not gonna do a motherfucking thing but be a goddamn coon if I did. Pussy. You gonna call the police, pussy.
So what are you, T-Pre? So what are
You
you?
gonna call the police, pussy. Stop it.
Hey, chat live.
Stop it, pussy.
You the mouth for hire.
Pussy ass, pistol packing police, pussy ass pig. You
Yeah,
would call the police if I pulled up on
Gotcha.
James and Braun.
Gotcha.
Bitch.
Oh, you think that for real?
Stupid ass bitch. Pussy ass, coon ass bitch. You not that nigga.
You think that for real?
You not that
I
nigga.
definitely
You just
think.
a coon.
Really?
You gonna wear that coon crown today, sir.
Right.
Let me go ahead and put you on a thumbnail with a fucking coon crown. Pussy.
Right.
Pussy.
Oh, so if y'all pull
Somebody
up,
make a
Right,
coon
I'll look
crown
them
for
like
it.
that just to stand up for a bitch that'll call niggas niggers.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
You a dusty motherfucking coon ass nigga. That's what.
Right. So all y'all niggas, right? So
On God. Pussy. All right, I'm done. I appreciate you. Peace, y'all. I just had to tell a coon ass pussy about itself. How about that? Now take that motherfucking shit, bitch.
Okay, so yeah, I definitely did hand pee his fucking ass. He's not the only one I've done that to in the sector. Okay, it is what the fuck it is. You know, I've even handed people outside of the sector their ass. Okay, it just is what the fuck it is. He caught that fucking body that morning. It is what it is. Okay, so anyway, shout out to Ray for catching that and the troll gang for catching that shit. I truly appreciated that. Y'all made sure that I caught that and shit. Yeah. I know Propane did not want us to replay that in the sector, right? But shout out to Propane. Peace to them. We had a great time that morning. That was funny. I had actually just got off a live stream myself, and I was trying to do some work in the background. But then as I was listening to this conversation, I was like, you know what? Let me get up on his panel real quick, because what P was talking about was just outrageous. And even Propane was saying, like, that ain't what I remember either. You know what I'm saying? I remember now when he got back on the panel and he explained himself, then I remember that. But the first thing he was saying about Muslim running around the sector and getting content creators to let them pay him. And I mean, he can pay them to let him say the word nigga. I was like, you lying. Like, you fucking lying. He didn't do that shit. He apologized. He went through a lot with that. So, but anyway, let me go back to a couple of these comments here because, yeah, Teresa said something really interesting. I appreciate you being here, Teresa. You said that proves he doesn't view himself the same. I've heard him say he has Latin blood or refers to his Panamanian roots. Yeah. He barely speaks of his blackness, right? He often talks about, you know, how he's from Panama. Like, he just wants all of us to just know that, You know, he looked like a black man to me. You know what I mean? Just like Binary had come in and wanted us to know about his Asian side, you know, and how he's only 75% black, you know, and just weird shit like that. And but then, if we speak on these things, we're the problem. We have the low self-esteem. We have the colorist issues and stuff because we're pointing out these very obvious, issues of, these colorist issues. And these aren't, things that we want to talk about here in the lounge to really pick at people, but really so we can really get an understanding of what's happening around us, right? When you open up dialogue about stuff like that, you can make changes. People can start to create change, right? It starts with that energy of just talking about it, right? And getting in people's ear about certain things. But shout out to you for that comment, because definitely true. And I've often heard him talk about those things too. And Chat Lives, you said they told us not to argue with the girls for our own protection, okay? Hopefully people will pick this up one of these days, right? I'm not sure what it's going to take for him to get it, that we are not afraid of his dusty ass at all. I don't, like these old men arguing and screaming with me online don't do nothing but make me want to slap the shit out their ass, for real. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's all you make me want to do. You don't impress me at all with that shit. You know what I'm saying? Because I know you're not a man because you're talking to me like that online. But I know if I was in your face, I know you would piss yourself. Yeah, like, really, I know you would, because you that type of nigga. So shut the fuck up. Like, because you really ain't that guy. You're not. You know it. So, but yeah. You said, Teresa, you said that is fine if that is how he feels. However, when someone looks at him, they will see him as a black man before they know any of these things. Okay? Just saying, the police would see him as a black man if we and him showed up to James and Broad or whatever the fuck he talking about while he coming out there and he's smelling like Geritol. Okay, girl, I would feel bad hitting P. Like, he's an old man. Nigga, you are too old to be on here doing all this shit. Like, I'll give his ass a ride home and be like, yes, listen, sir. We gonna stop at the Walgreens, okay? We gonna go ahead and get you some Geritol. We gonna get you some Epsom salt, okay? All of that shit, because I know your blood pressure is worked up right now. We gonna take you home, sir. And you ain't even got to fight or none of that. I wouldn't even fight his ass, smelling like Geritol and shit. Hell no, we ain't doing that shit. Shit. You said he's a damn fool, okay? You said, what's up, True LB? I appreciate you being in the building. You said, I keep saying, hope you don't need an organ or blood. We are all the same inside, okay? I'm just saying, right? You said, that may be true, Clark. I was just speaking to his mindset. I don't agree with him being so dismissive about this. Right, like, and it just doesn't make sense. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't understand that. Perhaps somebody who is of that descent can help us understand, right? Maybe there's something that goes on within bloodlines. Maybe there's conversations that happen, from elders, or whatever that, kind of push this agenda. You know what I mean? Those are things I've heard, I've heard about that. So, people that are not ADOS or not, Aboriginal to Americas, they literally they have a certain stance towards Black people around here, just a thought, but who's to say? Yes, Geritol, honey. Okay. You said, Teresa Jackson, thank you. I was just adding to the convo. Oh no, yeah, I understand. You said P has made himself look foolish many, many times over. Okay. It don't make no goddamn sense how he has, but he's done that oftentimes. Let's move on a little bit more through the receipts, though, here, because I do want to get to the hot wives and the cuckolds and all that shit, child. But we got to break that down a little bit. And then also, before we get into that, just a quick mentionable, Brother Polite actually pled guilty. Okay, so you guys go out here in La La Land and go check that shit out, because, yeah, honey, we're going to start putting some more tea stuff back into our content. And then also we are still finishing out with the Vixen, but I want to be doing some more stuff as well. So Brother Polite definitely did plead guilty. So I will be talking about that. Also, y'all, I got much more information now on what's going on with Russell Simmons and Kimora Lee Simmons. Okay, we're going to get back to the receipts in just a second. But anyway, I got a lot more information on that. Okay, and I'm going to tell you my original opinion has changed. Okay, for sure. So I'm definitely going to be looking into that a lot more, and I will be bringing the tea on that too. Okay, because honey, this is deep. This is some shit. Okay, and this is exactly what I want to be doing here on this channel. Okay, so we are going to get all the way into the Kimora and Russell Simmons tea and what's going on with that. There is a lot going on, honey, a lot more than what meets the eye, okay? And it's just been spilling. And there are some court documents too, okay? So we're going to go over all of that shit, okay, y'all? Okay, all right. Anyway, let's get back to Ray's receipts, okay? You says eyes dropping that hot wife receipt is crazy, right, Michi? We is definitely going to get into that shit. You said you saw that child. Listen, that tea is hot over there. You said, man, I told people Polite wasn't getting away. He ended up pleading guilty, honey. Ain't look at God, okay? Won't he do it? Okay. Listen, I think the biggest receipt, and I'm going to go ahead and play this again. This is going to have to be for Ray tonight, okay? I'm going to play this again. Okay, so there was a couple of huge receipts tonight, okay? But let's just start with this one. Star admits that Culture told her that propane was to be getting jumped on the panel, right? There was an actual screenshot of Stargate saying that on one of these troll account pages that I was telling y'all about, that they be having them secret account pages, and they be only 5 or 6 people go to the page, and their dumbasses aren't checking the whole counts, and they're not realizing that other people see it too, right? So anyway, shout out to whoever got a shot of that, because she didn't realize that that was going to become a public announcement, I was about to say, but it was going to become public information. Okay, so now Stargate is on the hook for asking Breaking the Culture why Breaking the Culture allegedly set her up, because that's exactly how it looks. And I've said that a few days ago, right? I said back on that one of those videos I did on the receipt show shit, right? I said it looked like Breaking had set Stargate up, because Stargate was thinking that Ray and her were going to go in on propane. Okay, right? Breaking and her and all of them were going to go ham and go in on propane. So if she was thinking that, she only could have thought that from Breaking, because Breaking is the only one that talked to her. Well, Stargate admitted that. Breaking told her that they were going to jump propane on that panel. So Breaking set you up, Stargate, because Ray never had intentions of setting her up. Now, the burden of proof would be on you, Star, to prove. Now, I'm giving you a receipt to show us. The burden of proof would be on you to show us that you have evidence that Ray was supposed to go in on propane. Because if you don't have that, then guess what? Guess who told you about it? You admitted it. So guess who set you up? It was Breaking. So you have to either cough up that actual receipt that Ray told you, right? That he was actually going to, to go ahead and go in on propane. You'd have to get that proof that Ray said it, not Breaking. We already know Breaking said it to you, but you have to prove that Ray said that. If you can't prove that, then guess what you did prove? You proved that Breaking the Culture set you up. That's what you proved. And that's what we know. And that's what we saw. So Ray is asking you the right questions. When are you going to admit that? When are you going to address that? That was a few days ago. That was several days ago. When are you going to address Breaking for setting you up, sis? Binary, when are you going to address Breaking for setting up Stargate? Because they both in your camp. Or are you going to keep out of that? You're going to mind your business on this cat fight here. Because, honey, that is a setup in a motherfucking half right there. This bitch called you behind the scenes and told you y'all all three were going to go in on him. She got back on the panel with you and didn't say a word, didn't back anything you were saying. As a matter of fact, was acting like she didn't even know why you were going off. And then, all the while, told you that Ray was in on it and everything, and Ray didn't know anything. So you went in and got in this whole big fight and got into this whole big situation and this big kerfuffle, and you've been going back and forth and having these epic fails of a live streams of receipt shows because of a bitch that set you the fuck up to begin with. When are you going to address that, Star? That is the bigger question. You can keep filibustering and running through the sector, calling us niggers and all this other shit, but you're looking real crazy out here right now, okay? Because the ignorance that's in this situation is from you. You're literally putting your head in the sand while a bitch is snaking you in front of everybody. What do you have to say about that? That's the bigger question, I think, than anything you've tried to show us as quote unquote receipts. Those are not anything close to a receipt whatsoever, ma'am. Not even halfway close whatsoever. They're just not. I'm sorry. So, yeah, I think that was one of the biggest receipts of the night, right? The fact that on Mother's Day, breaking the culture of silence, the woman who abandons her kids, doesn't take care of them, calls herself, a hot wife and all this other stuff, which we're about to get into in just a moment, is setting her friend, quote unquote, up on Mother's Day for the fucking okie doke. And you're just quiet on that. You don't have anything to say at all to her. She's your friend. She set you up and left you out to fucking dry. That's what she did, Star. So I think that was really, really great of Ray. Shout out to Ray for showing that. Very interesting information that came about. Something that you just can't deny or refute. Something you can't argue and say isn't there because it's in your own words. Your own message said that culture told you that propane was to get jumped on that panel. Culture told you. You didn't say culture and Ray told me. You said culture. So then she set you up. Unless you can say, no tree, no tea-pre, stank-pre, whatever you want to say. No, I have evidence that Ray reached out to me and told me we were going to set propane up. Now, if you say that, I retract my statement. If you got that, and you can actually prove it actually came from him, I'll retract that statement. I will. But if you don't have that, which I'm like 99.999% sure, only because nothing is absolute. 99.999% sure you don't have any evidence of this. Pretty sure. So we'll see, Star. While the anti, wanting to say the word nigger commission is running around for you, the coalition, while the NIGGER coalition is running around for you, trying to, send the banners up for that and allowing people to say that word, because they're black. I don't know what that means, but this is what they want to do, right? We might need the Holy Spirit to activate for that. I don't know, but I don't really want to play that right this second. But listen, we're going to play Holy Spirit activate in just a second, though, because definitely that is a thing, Star, that you most definitely have to answer to, right? Why did Breaking the Culture set you up in that lie? She lied to you, clearly lied to you, and allowed you to come on that panel knowing that she had lied to you, knowing she had never said that to Ray. Ray and her had never had that conversation. So what are you going to do about that? That's what I want to know. I really want to know that. You said, did any of these people graduate high school? Child, I know Breaking graduated barely. I know she tried to go to college and she never finished. So, but I don't know about Stargate. I'm sure she did. You said, Teresa Jackson, I know things don't always translate in the chat. Right. I hate that too. You said, how can Breaking be a hot wife if she ain't married? So that's what we was going to get into, right? I was definitely going to get into that whole scenario because the hot wife thing is like really crazy, right? But I want to get into one more of these receipts first, and then we are going to get into the hot wife and cuckolds thing, and we're going to break that whole thing down, okay? Now, I thought that the receipt that me and Nikki and Joe had, right, on AAS having a picture of her sister from Breaking the Culture, I thought that was a receipt, right? But that, the fact that Breaking don't fuck with AAS, right? I've been saying that for a long time. I've been telling y'all how much Breaking the Culture will get drunk and she will really tell her real feelings on how she feels about how she feels about Rev G. And I'll tell you, she doesn't really dislike Rev G as much as she dislikes Anti. She actually feels sorry for him. She feels like he's being taken advantage of. She feels like he be, just doing stuff for attention from her. And there's a couple of things she said. But ultimately, she doesn't necessarily dislike Rev G, but she definitely does not like Anti, right? For sure. Why she does things for her is because Anti is just as devilish as her, and she's just as willing to do fuck shit as she is. And Breaking just tends to, be involved with people like that. Okay, that's just kind of the story of her life. So I'm not surprised at all that they would be cool with each other, right? Just based off of the kind of person that Breaking is. Okay, but I can't say how. I'll reserve what I was about to say. I'm not going to say this part. All I'm going to say is them two are a match made in hell. let's just say that they're a match made in hell for sure, And so it makes complete sense to me that the two of them are friends, or that the two of them hang out with each other. But the receipt that you gave, right, on how you have information that you shouldn't, right? Like I have the picture of her sister. You have emails that Anti does not want to be public. Okay. Those are emails those are like examples of emails that she would get that would be like quote unquote top secret information, right? Like this is within the circle. So you don't want this coming out that I sent this to Golden Goddess, or you don't want that coming out, that I sent this to Golden Goddess. This is all a secret, but you guys know, and you guys are all in on this and everything. And here is Breaking's dumb, loosey-goosey ass sending Ray, well, look what Anti sent me today, man. This bitch, this treacherous bitch. I'm pretty sure there was a lot more in that conversation or between or on the phone. Oh, yeah, look at this bitch. Look at what she sent me about Golden Goddess and this and this and this. And probably talking shit about Golden Goddess in between there. I don't know. I could be wrong about that. This is all alleged, right? All I'm saying is I know breaking the culture. Like, I've seen this bitch in action. She has been doing this kind of stuff in multiple spaces, recording people, doing all kinds of stuff, right? Oh, I have one more receipt. I have one more receipt that we're going to talk about for sure. Okay, I didn't even write that one down. Let me write that down real quick before I forget. Okay, but anyway, yeah. So that one was a huge receipt for sure. Just having the ability to show, like emails that Breaking the Culture has sent you, that anti would never want anybody to know in the sector or out in public at all. And you should definitely not have that information. Mm-hmm. So 3, 2, 1. We all gonna say 3, 2, 1. Breaking coming off the motherfucking AFW fucking chain list right about now. We're gonna go ahead and play Breaking's fucking receipt show real quick, and then we're gonna go ahead, and after that minute is over, she's gonna be off of the AFW email chain as we speak. Let's go ahead, y'all.
Although I never met her, my son will come home and talk about this young woman and a baby. But she has a son that's older than my grandson. His name is Aiden. And Aiden lives with his great-grandmother because the great-grandmother had helped her grandson get custody, and then he ended up running off leaving that baby with his grandmother. So this baby is older than Junior. He would be 14 right now.
So she has another child older than your grandson?
Yeah, I met Aiden. I met him when he was little.
Wait, so Aiden is Andrea's older?
His name is Aiden Montgomery.
So you got
that's Andrea's oldest son?
Right. All right. So we gave them 1 minute. I'm pretty sure she is off of the AFW email chain as we speak. She is probably still getting emails, but she's on the outside, on the surface. She ain't on the inner circle no more. Okay. Breaking has been removed from the inner circle at this point because we have been able to confirm that she is out here passing out AAS's emails, her private emails, like motherfucking hotcakes out this bitch, okay? Like hotcakes out this motherfucker with maple syrup out this motherfucker from Vermont, okay? Yeah, that type of maple syrup, okay? Yeah, that good shit. That's what she been doing, okay, y'all? That's what Breaking the Culture been out here doing, honey. That's what word on the street is, okay? Now, Mr. Williams, right? There's a couple more things. There's one more thing. I know I keep saying I got one more receipt. I got 2 more receipts. Mr. Williams, sir. Now, you threw that name out there. You know what I'm saying? You threw that name out there on behalf of our favorite Reverend Toothless Tammy, Rev G. Okay, right? That guy that knows the feelings of a mother, right? That guy that can analyze a mother's feelings. I had to say this. I'm going to tell y'all the joke I said in the chat because y'all know I will joke the shit out of a situation, okay? This guy said that, Rev G was trying to analyze me as a mom, right? And I was like, okay, or like how my feelings are as a mother. Like, I'm like, okay, right? Well, he is a hell of a lady, okay? So... To be fair, right? I'm just saying he is a hell of a lady. Okay. So I guess it's okay, for him to kind of analyze motherhood and women's feelings and stuff. It's understandable, Rev. So you get a pass for that today. Okay. Since you are a hell of a lady. Okay. All right. So anyway, let me go ahead and move on to the final receipt because this one, no, wait, I wanted to finish up with Mr. Williams. We're going to finish with that because who is that? Like, I really want to know who that is, okay? Is this Rev G's supervisor? Is that his supervisor? I mean, is that his, his office mate, right? Or is that a supervisor? Is he the supervisor over Mr. Williams? Who is Mr. Williams? Because All I know is Mr. Williams would obviously be very upset, right? And pretty disappointed if some information got to Mr. Williams, right? And I just want to know who Mr. Williams is. Like, who is that guy? You know what I'm saying? So we'll stay tuned for that. Shout out to the bestie. I know he's going to put that out here for us at some point, okay? We are going to keep that right now with the troll gang. But for those of us over here that are listening in from the sector, honey, well, we want to motherfucking know, okay? So we'll be waiting. We will definitely be waiting for Mr. Williams bombs to be dropping around here, okay? We'll be waiting for all of that. We appreciate you. We appreciate y'all, troll gang. The final receipt, guys. And this one was probably the biggest one. This one is the biggest one. Let's go ahead and get into it. Child, listen. Okay, so I happen to know something that Triggs talked about. Is most Triggs, troll gang, what's happening, Trish? Trishy Poo, I appreciate you being in the building, sis. All right, listen. There is something that Triggs talked about, right? That I know is true. Because, and like I said, being a friend of breaking, right? You end up getting other casualties to this because you have to tell the full context in order for it to be understood, okay? So the knockout media information that is in her Dropbox is something I know for sure Breakin does, okay? For sure she keeps Dropboxes on people because she told me that okay, let me make sure I'm wording this right, okay, because I want to make sure that I'm not saying this incorrectly. She was telling me that she had records on Daryl Moore. She had records on Let Me See Your Transcript. She had information on Nikki. Well, no, I'm sorry. I'm lying about the Nikki thing. She never told me about Nikki. She didn't tell me that. But she did tell me, Let Me See Your Transcript and Daryl Moore. What she told me was in those drop boxes was incriminating information about them, like stuff that they were saying in chats and, you know, on videos and stuff like that. So I didn't really think it was that big of a deal because I didn't think she had like hundreds of things. You see what I'm saying? I never looked at any stuff. She never sent me anything. I've never looked at anything to know what she had. But she told me that they all had that they had one full Dropbox with all of their information in it. It was not only Daryl Moore. It was Let Me See Your Transcript. It was Roxanne. It was Marcellus. Anybody that was on the A team. And also people in chats and stuff like that too. They had all kinds of like, but it was screenshots of stuff and like conversations on YouTube and stuff like that. This is what she was telling me. Now, I don't know what else for sure she has, you know what I mean? Like if she's actually information gathering and stuff like that, I can't say she's not, okay? I'm going to show you guys an email that I got from Breakin. Let me go to that page. Let me go to my Gmail real quick. Shout out to the chat. Truly appreciate y'all for being in here. Make sure y'all hit the like button. But we are going to go to an email that Breakin sent me back in October, I want to say. All right. I told y'all I was going to show y'all this email one day. I never did it, but I'm going to go ahead and do this tonight because this all kind of puts in perspective a lot of this stuff, right? So I got this email from Breaking the Culture. Hold on, let me find it real quick. Bear with me just a moment, guys. Okay, yeah. All right, so is it this one? Yeah, so it's two of them that she gave me. Two. Okay, so let me just share my screen real quick. And let me remove this branding. All right. So I told you guys that I thought that break-in was information gathering, right? Because she had sent me this strange email. And what happened was, back when we first started talking about a lot of this stuff, about the shouting to the void and doing that stuff and everything else, right? We were also talking about signing up for, like, if you wanted to do like, if there was like be an extra for movies and stuff like that. But I wasn't the only person in the sector that she sent that to. She sent that to a few of us. She sent that to Carrie. I know for a fact because Carrie went live and talked shit about it, right? And then there was some other people that she has tried to send the same shit to. I'm not going to name them, but either way, the only reason I named Carrie is because Carrie talked about it, right? So then when she did talk about it, it hit me too, right? Because she had asked me about this whole, if you want to do something, you can sign up for this company and they will do this in your area, right? So I had gotten that thing and I ended up looking into it, but I never like really looked into it. I just get the emails every single month. And I'm going to show you guys those emails in just a moment, okay? Now, I had gotten an email from this company that I'm talking about, right? About 2 or 3 days before this email I'm about to show you guys. This email right here is what Breaking the Culture sent me, okay? Now, I want you guys to pay attention to some things, okay? For those of y'all who are, those detective type people that look into stuff that, that actually use critical thinking to look at things, right? When you get emails and stuff like that, if you work in sensitive environments, you pay attention to everything when it comes to like emails and stuff like that, right? So what I got from her was this right here. All right, we're going to read this. And I also want you to pay attention to who I got this from. This was October 19th at 11:35 a.m. from only Breaking the Culture to me, okay? And it only went to me. It didn't go to anybody else. Nobody else. This didn't come from a company. It didn't do any of that. It was just from her, okay? We're looking for content creators of all backgrounds who want to learn from some of their favorite creators in different spaces. We are hosting a series of 6 trainings for recruited attendees with creator and content creation backgrounds that will ultimately educate one on and inspire vertical video content development via the emerging Facebook Reels product. This is a partnership with Meta. Each training will have a theme and discuss content creation for those types of creators. Date training start in and you see the mistake right here, in November and go through June. Okay, we can overlook that a little bit, right? Location, Los Angeles, California, New York, and remote. If interested, please apply here. So what I did was I sent this email to a friend of mine who has a VPN and has the ability to look at these types of links, right? When they open that link, this Airtable link right here, which I am not going to click on my computer, okay? But when they opened that link right there, it was a site that just wanted to collect data. It just literally wanted me to fill out because they ended up sending it to me. But if I showed it to you guys, I'd be doxing who did it. I can't do that, right? So either way, when they ended up opening it up to look at it, right? And when they looked at it, they saw that it was a data collection website. Any reputable company would never want me to go and click on some weird ass link to, apply for something that they'd want me to be a part of with, training and with Meta and all this other stuff, right? So not only that, but this, guys, okay? And I'm going to go back. I'm going to stop sharing my screen real quick because I actually want to show you an email I got about it was more than a couple of days. It was about a month before this. Okay, let me go ahead and go to that one real quick. One moment, guys. One moment. So I know it was this person, but I want to make sure that I'm going and I'm getting all of hers. I want to get all of them because I want to be able to show you guys that this person is sending me these same emails, right? And Braken didn't realize I had gotten that same email about a month earlier from the actual company. And I'm going to show you guys the email. Hold on one moment, because she gets the same emails. I guess she thought I never seen them, or I wasn't looking or whatever. But hold on. Oh yeah, so she sent me much more. I'm still getting these emails, so that's why I'm like going through them, guys. So bear with me one moment. As a matter of fact, I can just share the screen because I'm actually looking at all of her emails right now. I want you guys to also get a feel of how many times I've gotten emails from the actual company themselves. Okay, so we're in February of this year right now. All right. And we're going back because I want to go back to that date or around that date. Okay, so we're now back in October. I think this is the one because it's red. So is this the one? Yeah. Now you see how in this email, right? This email comes from the actual company themselves. Okay. And you see how it goes to their website and everything, and I can unsubscribe, and the person's name is Erica, right? And then it says Tanisha auditions and casting calls, new shows, movies, commercials, theatrical products that are currently looking to cast various roles. And then they have actual links that I can click. Auditions in Maryland, right? Extra castings in Chicago, castings in Disney, right? These were a lot. There was a whole lot of them. There was one on here for YouTube. What was it? Wilmington casting call for Supremes at Earl's All You Can Eat movie. And I think I looked at that one, but it was for Wilmington, North Carolina. And then the YouTube channel casting for various unscripted roles in the Los Angeles area. Y'all see this, right? Y'all see what I'm seeing, right? And I can actually click that link. I'm going to click that link because I know that this is legitimate. Now, I'm going to share this screen. And this is what it takes you to. This is a legitimate place, right? Where it shows you exactly what they're looking for, exactly what they're asking for, what's involved, and it comes from the actual company themselves, okay? Payment, non-paid, and all that stuff. But hers, she's saying it's paid, and this is an opportunity for me. This came on October. Let me go back. We're going to go back. This email came on October 21st, 2022, okay? And I'm going to go back to Braken's date for hers. Wait a minute. Before I do, I want to go back because there were more from Erica, and I want to see if there's one more behind that one because I'm pretty sure I had gotten that one back in no, never mind. Yeah, it was then. That was the one right there. And then let me go ahead and show Braken's again. We're going to look at that date because that was October 20th, right? Look at Braken's. It was October 21st. Let's look at Braken's again. Hers was the 20th. Yeah, October 20th. So it was the same day. I got one from the actual company, and then I got one from her. I'm gonna present this again to you guys again. We all about them receipts around here, right? So I got one from this. We got one from Braken. This is the one from Braken. We're looking for content creators with all backgrounds who want to learn from some of their favorite creators in different spaces. We're hosting a series of 6 trainings for recruited attendees with creator and content creation backgrounds that will ultimately educate on and inspire vertical video. This all came from her. Date, Los Angeles, California, New York, and remote. If interested, please apply here. This Airtable wasn't even on the actual company's actual email. And the email came from Breaking the Culture. There was no website. She don't work for this company. So why would she have this directly coming from her web? You know what I mean? Why didn't she forward their email to me? Because I actually have their actual email. I just showed you guys. I'll show it again. Let's do it. Let's look at Erica. Erica, right? Okay. So we got Erica up because Erica is who sends them to me. Okay. So let's go back. We're going back to Erica. I know she was on the second page. We're going all the way down. We're in January. We're going back to December. We're all the way down to the day after break-ins came. I got this one from Erica. Now, how do I get the same thing from them with the same shit? But theirs is actually really the real thing. And you can see that there's multiple ones, but this is the one for the YouTube channel casting for various unscripted roles in Los Angeles area. Let's click on that. We're sharing this tab. And when you click on that, seeking Los Angeles volunteers interested in participating on screen in unscripted style content for YouTube channel with fun topics centered around cultural exchange, credit reel, and additional opportunities to appear in future content. And it's all this other stuff that's telling you. So she basically took something that she got early and changed it up and made it what she wanted it to be and claimed it was some type of opportunity for me. And all she really wanted me to do was click that link and give her all this information. And it was after she knew, right? I'm going to tell you this part too, because this is important. It was after she knew that I had said that address that Breakin had for me was my aunt's address. That wasn't my address. It's an Airbnb. When I said that, all of a sudden I'm getting this from her, right? Like she wanted me to make sure that I gave her my actual address this time. Because on that paperwork that the person who looked into it for me did, the paperwork from that Airtable, the link, it wanted address, my date of birth. It wanted like my social. It wanted some crazy information, like some really crazy ass information that why would I give this up on some fake ass, weird ass link like that? That's just nuts to do some shit like that. But I just proved to y'all again, okay, that, you know, it is what it is. This bitch be most definitely trying to gather information on people. Okay, at least that's what it appears. And so, you know, I don't know how much information she has attempted to gather on these people. I don't really know. All I know is that she loves that. That's what she does. And what she does with it, God knows. But she's crazy. Like, this girl is deranged. Something is really wrong with her. Like, real shit. And, you know, buyer beware. That's just what it is. But either way, I definitely thought that that was a hellified receipt. And I absolutely do believe that she has a lot of those. You know, just the one on Knockout alone is crazy. Okay. I did happen to look at it just now and I was like shocked. And shout out to one of the side places that has a copy of it up already. I'm going to go ahead and take a look at what you got. Okay. And see, because man, oh my, honey. Child, listen, that is crazy that she would have that much information and then hand that over to Ray. You know, Ray has it, you know, in his possession. And it's because of her, you know, it's because of her. So that is nuts that she's definitely doing that. But that was most definitely probably the biggest receipt of the night. Now, let's go ahead and get into this hot wife versus cuckold thing. I actually am going to play Eyes video. Shout out to Eyes because that shit is hilarious. Okay. But shout out to Eyes. I'm going to play a portion of it. Again, she was on the video where the bitch was talking shit about my son. But we actually got through kind of a lot of that because Eyes was just kind of like letting her talk and repeat about her being a hot wife. So let's go ahead. We're going to get into this.
Going to be a short clip, so I just want to go ahead and get into it for 1 second so we can get to this. This is for educational purposes only. We want to familiarize ourselves with different terms that are used. And so first what we're going to do is do this definition of what a hot wife is. Okay? Hot wife. A married, can we make sure we're on? Okay. A married woman who is allowed or encouraged by her husband to pursue sexual relationships with other individuals.
Word speak.
Often these relationships are in pursuit of fulfilling the husband/couple's fantasies. Example. Lisa loved being a hot wife. Nothing made her feel sexier than when her husband watched her as two men they barely knew sandwiched her in that hotel. Hot wife. Okay? So yes. Now we're going to go ahead and get into...
Now, before we get into that, I'm going to read what hot wife is from the Urban Dictionary. Okay, let me go ahead and pull up my screen. We got to go ahead and remove this branding. Hold on, y'all. Hold on. Let's go ahead and check this out. And then we are going to most definitely get into what Breaking the Culture says and what Danny says. Okay, and then we're going to go ahead and check the poll. So a married woman who is a hot wife is a married woman. Okay, that's the first thing. We all got to think about this. A married woman who is allowed and or encouraged by her husband to pursue sexual relationships with other individuals. Often, these relationships are in pursuit of fulfilling the husband's/couple's fantasies. Okay, so that is what Eyes was just reading to us in regards to what this hot wife thing is. Lisa loved being a hot wife. Nothing made her feel sexier than when her husband watched her as two men they barely knew sandwiched her in that hotel. Okay, that is what a hot wife would be. Now, let's put this into perspective as well. Okay, number one, we know Breaking the Culture is not married. Okay, we already know she done showed us some fake ass Tiffany rings and she's not married. Okay, that's number one. Number two, we also know that Breaking the Culture does work at the dungeon. Okay, allegedly she is in one of those Vixen type dungeons, right, where they're letting all kinds of people, guzzle cum and do all kinds of stuff and get fucked in the ass and all, put tampons, bloody tampons and shitting in people's mouths. This is what she's saying is happening at the dungeon, right? So allegedly, if maybe she's a hot girlfriend, you know what I mean, where Danny is just allowing that at the dungeon and this is okay. He's comfortable with her shitting in Brett's mouth and taking her tampons out and putting them in Brett's tea and all this other stuff. And, maybe he's comfortable with this whole thing. So instead of calling her hot wife, should we be calling her hot hoe or hot girlfriend, hot bando? You know what I mean? What are we doing, right? Like, we need to figure this out because it's clear she's not a hot wife, right? If we're going by this definition, it can't be hot wife because she's not married. Okay, so that part right there. But the other parts of it absolutely make sense. Like, she's already telling us about her shitting in Brett's mouth and all this stuff in the dungeon and stuff like that and sucking people dicks in dungeons. And like, she's telling us about her activities and things that go on in this dungeon, allegedly, right? So if that is the case and Danny is comfortable with this whole thing, then I mean that makes her the hot girlfriend, right? Not the hot wife. Maybe we just gotta change the name. I mean, y'all figure it out. So we're gonna do that. But let's go ahead and play this video.
Clip, you guys. We're gonna share. So when we get into name calling and I'm this or they're that, she called me this, she called me that. You know, they say sticks and stones may break your bones, but words will never hurt you. So some people may get offended if you're roasting and you may say something, and then they want to use that as a means and ways to say that you are a bigot or whatever.
She paused for a second.
Which I find to be interesting. So the thing is, right, if you call yourself something, then you can't be upset if someone refers to you as what you called yourself. So we want to make sure that we're giving her the correct term, and she identifies herself as a hot wife. Okay? So let's go back to the definition one more time. So basically, a hot wife. So what's the difference? I have a question for the fellas. If someone is in a relationship where they have an open relationship, specifically because this definition, let's go back to the definition. This definition really kind of emphasizes the husband's wants and needs.
Right.
So even though they're including the couple, the person that's actually performing the act is the woman. So right here it says, or encouraged by her husband to pursue sexual relationships with other individuals. Then right here it says, fulfilling the husband's fantasies. Okay?
Exactly.
So, yeah. I just thought it was interesting.
So that would mean like he is running her in these dungeons. Like allegedly, right? That's the way it would seem to me, right? So maybe I was wrong about him being a cuckold, but we're going to get into the cuckold thing in just a moment. Let's go ahead and finish out this because she's about to play Breaking the Culture and what Breaking the Culture says and what Danny says too. Okay.
So we want to make sure we're using the right terminology. So let's remove that, guys. And let's move into the next video. How are you guys doing today? Hope everything is well. Remember, this is for entertainment purposes and critical analysis and for education and research. Please take anything that I said with a grain of salt. If you are offended, please click off. You are entitled to have your opinion, just like everyone has an asshole. All right?
That part.
So let's go into this. Here we go, you guys. So this is just a short little clip.
Everybody turn their volumes up.
That we get the right definitions for everything. So this is a clip about confirming the title of being a hot wife. Now, hold on, you guys. I will tell you this, okay? Some people leave their fantasies in their head, right? Okay? So some of us, you know, we all have fantasies. And maybe some men maybe don't want to admit that fantasy, right? The fantasy of seeing
that
your
is
woman
better. Hot fucking garbage.
by another man. But my question is, being as though the hot wife kind of catering to the husband's needs, what's the difference between that and if he's encouraging it towards, a pimp? Oh, I forgot, it's money involved. So the question today is she being pimped? Because is there an exchange of money? So then that goes to ask about Mr. Danny Boy.
comes back up in a second.
So that's the question. If she's a hot wife, right? And the definition of a hot wife is to fulfill the husband's desires. And there are times where they're saying the husband may encourage this behavior. If there's an exchange of money and he's encouraging this, will we consider him to be a pimp? Okay? Just a question, because they have a stigma of what a pimp might look like, of being like, you know, a fur coat with a hat and all that. But contraire, there are men that are pimps that don't present themselves like that. You know, they could be cool, calm, and collective, but they are into the exchanges of goods and services that involve women. So we don't want to stigmatize what a pimp looks like, especially when we attach pimping to a specific culture. So other cultures, no one pays attention when they are engaging in these same behaviors. So the question today is the hot wife being pimped? Is there an exchange of goods and services for this young woman? Okay, so let's listen.
And you want to sit up here and talk about breaking, need to go find her kids. Now, bitch, you need to go hug your motherfucking son. That's why he in a 5150 hole, because your dirty ass always yelling and screaming at that baby. Nah, fuck that shit. I'm tired of that shit. Like, bitch, we treated you with nothing but kindness out this hoe. And if you want to sit up here and talk all that tough shit online, bitch, fuck you. Took care of your dirty ass like you was a motherfucking baby. Didn't treat you the way Nikki treated Shakim, though. We took care of that ass. You ain't had to come out of pocket for nothing.
That's how I have her address in my DoorDash, though, because I'm buying my own food and taking care of myself. I don't know what the fuck this bitch is talking about, okay? This is why I know her address on Cole Street over there in Jersey City is because I took care of myself, okay? The fuck are you talking about? You gave me all this stuff and you took care of me and you had to take care of me and y'all go hear this shit. We're going to stop and go with this bullshit.
Not a fucking thing, bitch.
And all this, y'all, is because she mad because I let y'all know that she has Aiden and Michael. This is why she's so mad.
You ain't even had money to get.
I ain't even let y'all know that yet.
Fucking drive over here because your dirty ass couldn't afford no motherfucking toll, bitch.
Now, how much sense does that make? I took the Amtrak, y'all. Okay? I took the Amtrak from Delaware, Wilmington, Delaware. I had parked my truck up there, and I went from Wilmington, Delaware to Jersey, okay? And I actually met her in New York City, and she came and picked me up from up there. And, you know, that's how I got to her house. So break-in, like, y'all can do the math on how much that would be. It would actually be less for me to drive, right? The reason why I didn't want to do that is because I didn't want to pay for parking because it's difficult to find parking up there. Okay. They live in a high rise. I'm not going to be parked out on the street and, you know, I got to pay for this for these. Like, I have out of town plates. I'm not about to do that shit unless I know I'm going to have somewhere to park. Like, of course I'm going to take the train. How much sense does it make to say you couldn't afford the tolls? Like, people don't know the difference in the amount for the tolls between Delaware and North Jersey. It's not even that much, ma'am. And then there's ways up there where there's no tolls at all. Like, did you know that? Did you know I can get from here to the Verrazano Bridge and I ain't got to pay? I think start paying tolls when I get up there to Brooklyn. Yeah, that's how it is, bitch. Like, what are you talking about? Like, what is she talking about, y'all? Like, this bitch be on some stupid shit. Like, and if I was that broke, I think I would have took like the Greyhound or something. I don't think I would have showed up on an Amtrak. And I took business class on the Amtrak, by the way. I have a picture of that. I think I have a picture of me on the Amtrak in business class. Yeah, yeah, bitch. What the fuck are you talking about? Like, what the hell are you talking about out here? But we're gonna go ahead and keep it moving with this bullshit. This bitch be just talking big shit.
Now let's talk about it, bitch, because you ain't do shit for me. Nothing, very much nothing. Now I asked you to keep my motherfucking family out your motherfucking mouth. Then you want to talk about my fiance's a cuckold, bitch. At least I got a fucking fiance that want to watch me get fucked, that maybe want to do something with me, bitch. You can't, your own baby daddy don't want shit to do with you running around with 20 fucking kids and 20 babies. Not a fucking thing, bitch.
20 kids and 20 baby daddies.
You ain't even had money, bitch. You couldn't even fucking drive to over.
I got all the baby daddies and all these kids, right? But this is you, bitch. You the one out here telling niggas you pregnant by them. You the one sending photos to motherfuckers, videos from the pastor's tub.
Family out your motherfucking mouth. Then you want to talk about my fiance's a cuckold, bitch. At least I got a fucking fiance that want to watch me get fucked, that maybe want to do something with me, bitch. You can't, your own baby daddy don't want shit to do with you running around with 20 fucking kids and 20 baby daddies. Ain't none of them want to stay with you. Hot wifing, bitch, like he said. It's not cuckolding. But it's the same bitch that's over here fucking swinging.
So, Danny, did y'all hear Danny say that? We're going to go ahead and play this again. Break it, Eyes plays it again. So.
And if you want to sit up here and talk all that.
Danny said she's a goddamn hot wife. He ain't no cuckold. There's a big difference. Now, let me go ahead and share my screen real quick. Let me remove this. Let me share my screen. We're going to go ahead and look up what a cuckold is, okay? What is a cuckold? Let's take a look, okay? The Urban Dictionary says that, we're going to go ahead and read it. Not simply a man whose wife, girlfriend cheats on him, but rather a man who actually gets aroused by knowing or seeing her in sexual situations with other men, such as flirting, kissing, fondling, or sex. In particular, situations where he is not participating, but instead marginalized, just observing, or even completely ignored. You should have seen Frank smiling as his wife was flirting with other men at the club, even allowing them to grope her. I swear it was giving that crazy cuckold a hard on. So that is what a cuckold is, okay? So let's analyze this for a second. If Danny, if he likes the whole idea of her being a hot wife, right? Then that means he likes the idea of watching her in other sexual situations. So that would make him a cuckold. Like, period. You are a cuckold, Danny, allegedly, according to you, because you're calling her a hot wife. You're telling us she is a hot wife. Let's look up what hot wife is again. Okay, while we out here, analyzing this whole thing, what is a hot wife? Okay, let's go ahead and share that. Let's share our screen. What is a hot wife? Again, a married woman. Now, again, she's not married to you, Danny, okay? So we can't call her a hot wife. We can call her a hot girlfriend or a hot fiance, whatever you want to call her, but we can't call her your wife, your hot wife, because you haven't married her, okay? But a married woman who is allowed and or encouraged by her husband to pursue sexual relationships with other individuals. Often these relationships are in pursuit of fulfilling the husband's / couple's fantasies. So, Danny, if you're calling her a hot wife, right, then, sir, you are a cuckold, okay? Because you enjoy watching her get involved in sexual relationships and other situations with other men. So that makes you a cuckold if you're calling her a hot wife, okay? You got to pick a side. If she's a hot wife, then yes, sir, you are indeed a cuckold, okay? Just to let y'all know. So you can add that to the list of the legal woes, you know what I mean? Because I'm just speaking the facts of what the Urban Dictionary is saying about you, okay? and how that is. And you are doubling down on it in this video by letting us know, okay, yeah, Breaking is a hot wife, okay? You are not a cuckold. But sir, if she's a hot wife, then you are also a cuckold, period. End of story. Let's go ahead and keep it moving. We're going to go ahead and listen in on eyes.
Took care of your dirty ass like you was a motherfucking baby. Didn't treat you the way Nikki treated Shakim, though. We took care of that ass. You ain't have to come out of pocket for nothing. Not a fucking thing, bitch.
What the fuck
you
is she talking about?
Money to get, you couldn't even fucking drive over here because your dirty ass couldn't afford no motherfucking toll, bitch.
How much sense does that make, yo?
Now let's talk about it, bitch. Because you ain't.
How did I get there?
Nothing. Very much nothing. Now I asked you to keep my motherfucking family out your motherfucking mouth. And you want to talk about my fiance's a cuckold, bitch? At least I got a fucking fiance that want to watch me get fucked, that maybe want to do something with me, bitch. You can't. Your own baby daddies don't want shit to do with you running around with 20 fucking kids and 20 baby daddies. Ain't none of them want to stay with you. Hot wifing, bitch, like he said. It's not cuckolding. But this the same bitch that's over here fucking.
So what is the difference, Daddy? What was the difference? Because there's no difference. Like I just showed you. If you are calling this bitch, right, this vixen of a bitch, a hot wife, which she is not your wife, by the way, right? She is fucking everybody. She is for everyone. Remember that, okay? Remember that about Breaking. She is for everybody, okay? Literally everybody, okay, sir? So if you're calling her a hot wife, okay, then you are most definitely a cuckold, okay? Because you enjoy watching her have sexual relations with other men. That makes you a cuckold. And if you are calling her a hot wife, that is what a hot wife does. Has sexual relations with other men in front of her husband and has permission to do so. Okay, so if you are giving her permission, even though she's not your wife, okay, we got to make that clear. So technically, we cannot call her a hot wife, but we most definitely can call you a cuckold, sir. Okay, so we got that right. I mean, I don't know. You can, maybe we can add that to the legal woes, and I can bring that to the courts, to show proof that you are a cuckold, and maybe that, is what we're going to have to just deal with here. But hey, you said it yourself that, she is most definitely a hot wife. You called her that, okay? So if you think that low of this demonic bitch like we kind of do, then, hey, it is what it is, right? And you're also a cuckold, though. So I just had to make that clear. I like you, Danny. We cool, okay? But bruh, okay? You're a cuckold, okay? We just got to come to terms with some things out here on some situations, okay? But yeah, that's just unfortunate about her because yeah, she is, like really into that life, and just really out here just lying like that and just doing this type of stuff and and this is the thing. But hey, she definitely does have hot wife kind of behavior, but she's just not that bitch. You know what I'm saying? She's not, and that's unfortunate for y'all. But yeah, but you're definitely that guy. So I think we broke that down. I think we got that. I think we're pretty good on that. Let me go ahead and look at y'all comments because I definitely appreciate everybody for being in the building and all the comments that came through tonight. You said it's a damn shame they threatened all these receipts and all they got was return was receipts. Okay, real ass receipts out here. Okay, and yes, hot garbage most definitely fits perfectly. Okay, you said Gator don't play no shit, damn boy. Okay, you say Ray Triggs, I wish they would respond to you. I'm just a victim screaming, leave Britney alone. Leave Britney alone. Leave Britney alone, okay? You said greetings. Hey, I'm no joke. You said greetings. Fine parking in New York is annoying. Okay, like I already know this already. I'm going to go up there. If I'm going to be up there for like overnight or something, I might just catch the train up there or some shit. A lot of people do shit like that from down here. Hell, people travel with the train back and forth through the 95 corridor all the time. Like, this bitch know what the fuck she talking about. And it's expensive on the train. Like, it's not, It ain't cheap to get on Amtrak at all. So I don't know what the fuck this bitch is talking about. Like, and what's she gonna say now? She picked me up from the Greyhound station. Like, get the fuck out of here, bitch. Like, he says, "Speakeasy. Two most of us men have a cold wife. Okay, y'all got cold wives because y'all ain't playing that bullshit. Like, that's another thing, right? I mean, I'm not one to speak on people's relationships and stuff and what they allow in their bedroom and all that stuff, but like it does speak volumes to their relationship, right? That it seems like it's almost just a bit like I told y'all, it's a business deal. You know what I'm saying? She's just there to fulfill his sexual needs, his sexual fantasies, right? And he probably feels sorry for them kids. You know what I'm saying? For real. And so, you know, that's just how he just kind of puts up with things. She's this hot wife in his mind, all while he don't even got to have the benefits, you know? He don't have to, he can kind of eat the, you know, why buy the milk when you can have the whole cow, right? Like, y'all remember that whole saying back in the day. She kind of gives him everything. He don't have to do it. He don't have to marry her, you know? But she's already sucking his dick and doing all the other shit, sucking his friends' dicks and everything. You know what I'm saying? Like, allegedly, like, I mean, of course, he's calling her the hot wife. So, you know, yeah, it all works out. You said finding parking in New York is annoying and expensive. Exactly. Get the fuck out of here. You said some men got a lukewarm wives and don't know it. Okay. They don't even know it, honey. You said rather be a cold girlfriend, wife cheats. Okay. Cold, honey. We cold over here. 51 strong. There's people in here with cameras still. Back to the clouds. Okay. Okay. You said we need to analyze the etymology of the word cuckold, right? Yeah, I'll probably look that up one day. We'll go ahead and do that. I'm actually getting tired. I actually want to get off of here. You said they have a business relationship. Most definitely. You said I've never even heard of the word. Okay, I have. You said it all makes sense now. That's why she was gonna essay Knockoff's dad and record it. She's busted. Okay, exactly. You said there's no humiliation in the hot wife relationship. Right. At Cuckold Road. Oh, shit. We got Cuckold Road up in here. We appreciate Cuckold Road. There is no humiliation in the hot wife relationship. So she's not humiliated or anything. She's going along with it. She's cool with that. And that's understandable. That's what they do. But I don't know. I would just feel like I'm not really much appreciated by my dude if he wants to see me sleep with other men. You know what I mean? Like I don't look at that as a badge of honor at all. You know what I'm saying? Like for me, I don't. You know, even if I'm free, you know, this whole saying people say, you know, you're free to be you and do what you want and all this whole little la la land thing. But at the end of the day, you know, I wouldn't want to be so free that I'm able to just go out and just do whatever I feel like it with other men. Like, why, if I can do that, what the fuck I need you for? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, if I can go do that, like, I don't need you. I could be single and go fuck other niggas. You know what I'm saying? But if you wanted me to be personally fucking other niggas to fulfill your sexual fantasies, I don't think I'm willing to do that, sir. Yeah, no. No, I don't think that's comfortable. I'm comfortable with that. But I'm a very freaky girl. You know what I mean? I like the little thing. You know what I mean? So I ain't got no problem with people and what they do in their bedroom. I ain't going to sex shame nobody for what they do in their bedroom. Okay, I'm definitely not going to do that. But not going to be the one that's going to be feeling like, you know, I have the prize or the badge of honor if my man is actually allegedly pimping me out to other men. Okay, like, yeah, I don't know about that. You said she don't belong to him; she belongs to everybody. Okay, everybody, honey. Let's talk about it. Let's look at it real quick. That bitch belongs to everybody. She was in the tub taking pictures at the pastor's house, taking videos at the pastor's house, and passing that shit on to all these men. All these men. All these men, child. All these men, child. At the pastor's house. Baby. Girl. All these men, all the king's horses and all the king's men, honey. Doesn't make no goddamn sense, child. He said it's all freaky to me. It's pre, okay? Coco Road, ride until I can't no more. I'm gonna take my horse to Coco Road. I'm gonna ride until I can't no more. What's up, Riz? He said pimping ain't motherfucking easy, okay? Especially pimping that bitch right there, okay? You know that bitch is cray, okay, child? Listen, I can't imagine what Danny got to deal with fucking with this bitch, okay? Fucking with this hot girlfriend or whatever the fuck she is, child. Because she ain't no hot wife, I can tell you that. She's definitely a hot girlfriend, but she ain't no hot wife for sure, okay? But anyway, listen, y'all, we out of here, okay? We out here acting a fool. You know I get real silly when I get tired. So you said those hoes are for everybody, okay? Pass them all around. They at the after party, okay? shit, child. Listen, we out of here. I appreciate all of y'all. Cuckold Road, definitely appreciate you for being in the building. Make sure that y'all hit the like button on the way out, guys. We are out of here, guys, but I appreciate y'all for everything. And guys, we're going to end it with P tonight, okay? Because fuck pussy ass fucking P.
That nigga said, the book is talking about. Now, well, I've wasted all my tears. Yeah, good at that. Wasted all those years. Well, if you need a soundboard. Nothing had the chance to be. I know that shit. Nothing ever could. Yeah. Hey, come on now. I grabbed this motherfucker. What is that? I'll keep moving on. Good. I'll keep moving on. I'll keep holding on.